Kenneth William Bryant. I've been in the renovating game for 18 years. An investor for 15. I have done a total of 36 renovations. I take homes that look like this and turn them into this. Welcome to Catapulting Change. Yo, what's up? It's your boy KB with Catapulting Change Academy. Hey, hold up, watch, and listen. I know it's Wake Up Wednesday, guys. You know I jump on here every Wednesday to do this live. The goal is to inspire you, motivate you, elevate you, and educate you on the fact that every day is hump day. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what you've lost. It doesn't matter what you've gained. It doesn't matter what day of the week it is. I'm here to tell you that I don't care if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It does not matter because I do what I do every day of the week. 365 days out of the year. We have got to stop making excuses. We have got to stop blaming everybody else. It's not your mom's fault. It's not your dad's fault. It's not your wife's fault. It's not your husband's fault. It's your fault if you're not successful. We can't go around blaming everybody else. I understand you might have been working for somebody else and they didn't get to pay you. Or I understand you might have flipped a house or you lost money. I understand that you might be going through some challenges, some pain. I understand that your leg might be messed up. Your face might be messed up. There might be all kinds of things going on in your life. But look, that's when it's time to get busy now. Whenever you get into a distressed situation, whenever you're not 120%, you have to push yourself to be 120. Each and every day, you got to be 120. See, this is the problem with most people. We wake up and we give 50%, or we wake up and we give 70%, or we wake up and we give 80%. That's not good enough. You have to be 120 every single day, guys. How you do anything is how you do everything. And trust me, the more consistent you are, the more responsible you are, the more you get structure in your life, is the more likely you'll get closer to success. We have got to get to the point where we stop playing games with our life. Start living your life by design. And guys, look, there's all kinds of things going on in the world right now. The economy's jacked up. We don't have jobs like we need them. The cost of living is going up, grocery and gas, pretty much everything across the board. So even more than ever, it's very important to start living your life by design. You got to get a side hustle. Stop trying to work 2, 3, 4 jobs. You can't spend time with your family, etc. Look, get that side hustle and do it from home. So work your 9 to 5, but maybe you're interested in art. Maybe you're interested in cooking. Maybe you start a food prepping business. Maybe you start a drawing business where you design clothes, you design pants. I don't know what that looks like for you, but you got to figure it out. We got to get to the point where we get a side hustle, guys, and start living our life by design. But most importantly, we have to wake up and win every single day, even when we don't feel like it. When you don't feel like it, that's when you have to push the most. And I'm here to tell you that we all go through challenges. We all go through hardships. We all experience loss where you have death in the family or a pet of yours dies. I've been there. Done that, still going to be going through that. Why? Because it's this thing called life. And in life, things are going to happen. It's not a perfect world, but it's no excuse to fall off the wagon. It's no excuse to fall off the horse. It's no excuse to just sit on the porch while you watch everybody else play. Get out there and win, guys. This is what we have to do. It is Wake Up Wednesday. Hump day is every day. I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, it's Wednesday. I don't really feel like doing it today. I'm going to call out. Or I'm going to say I got a flat tire. Look, the only person you're lying to is yourself. And guess what? Lying to yourself affects everybody around you. Your family, your friends, your coworkers, your boss. I own businesses. I know what it's like for people to call out and you schedule for a day and then all of a sudden it has to get rescheduled. But it doesn't mean I quit. It doesn't mean I stop. No, if I got to go make it happen myself, that's what I do. Because the only person you can rely on is you. You can't rely on nobody else. You cannot expect for anybody else to do it for you. You have to do it, but you got to get disciplined. Most importantly, listen, guys, success is about structure. It's about discipline and consistency, doing it each and every day. See how I do these Wake Up Wednesday calls every Wednesday, no matter what? I don't care if anybody's on it. I don't care if there's a million people on it. I'm going to do it every day regardless, because to be honest with you, I do it for me. You guys might not believe it, but this motivates me. This inspires me. This pushes me through the week. Why? Because I know it works for me. See, I got to a point in my life where I don't need nobody to say, Ken, you did a great job. I say it to myself. Each and every day I talk to myself. Ken, you are awesome. Ken, you are incredible. Ken, you are creative. You got to get to the point where you develop that self-belief. I preach to each and everybody that most importantly, you got to get that mind right. Once you get that mind right, get that body right. And then you become blessed and unstoppable, guys. I'm serious. Look, if you don't do anything but work on yourself, you should be proud of you. Because the more you work on yourself is the more you get in a position where you can work on something else or somebody else. But you got to believe. You got to work hard. You got to push through. You got to get yourself right, guys. Look, even if you only dedicate 30 minutes per day to yourself, that's okay. It's better than nothing, right? And the more consistent you are every day doing it for 30 minutes, guess what? The more results you will get. For example, I fell off the wagon for a little while. I got back into it about 2 months ago, especially when I hit my bottom, right? When I hit my bottom, I said, it's time to get busy now. So I started working out. And then the workout turned in from 30 minutes to an hour to 3-4 hours per day. I'm literally working out 3 to 4 times per day. I'm doing cardio, I'm doing resistance, and I'm doing biking. I love the bike, guys. You have to figure out what interests you. You have to figure out what you like. But look, even if you don't like it, like for example, some people say, I don't like working out legs and abs. Well, I'm here to tell you that you need to work out that more than anything else. Why? Because you don't like it. But if you do it every day, you will come to like it. See, that's how life works, guys. You have to push yourself because naturally the mind is designed to keep you down, to keep you back, to keep you safe, to keep you from reaching your goals. Why? Because it's comfortable to stay in the bed. It's comfortable to sit on the couch. It's comfortable to do nothing, but it's not productive. It's not proactive. And it's not going to get you closer to your goals. But the more you work on you, the more you work on your goals, is the more that you will get where you have to go, guys. I'm sick and tired of hearing all the excuses. People inboxing me all the time talking about, Ken, I don't know how you do it all. I just do it. Like Nike said, right? Just do it. It's not how am I going to do it all. It's how am I going to do more. And when you develop that more mindset, when you develop that dog, when you develop that work ethic, see, that's one thing, guys. I might not be the smartest man in the room. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you can't outwork me because my drive, my stamina, everything is at a whole nother level. Why? Because I've been working on me for so long, literally 24 years now. At 15 years old, I was facing 30 years in prison for counterfeit money, drug possession. I was doing bad things on the block, selling drugs, hurting people, stealing, robbing, cheating, all that kind of stuff, guys. That don't do nothing for you. And it definitely don't do nothing for the community, but bring it down. We got to get to the point where we provide value. And when you provide value, when you develop some type of skills, that will allow you to pay the bills. But when you provide value, this will take you to a whole nother level. One of the things that incites me the most now is when people say, Ken, you changed my life. And I say to them, I didn't change your life. You changed your life. The only thing I did was my job. It's my calling to inspire you. It's my calling to motivate you. It's my calling to push you to levels that you never thought possible. Because I'm here to tell you that you got to get to the point where you say, I will, I can, and I must. I will because there is no other options. I can because I got 2 hands, I got 2 legs, I got a mouth, I got ears, I got a brain. Oh my gosh, I'm in the condition of my life. It's time to get busy now. And you can simply because I say so. And of course, you must, guys, get to the point where you say, I must make this happen. I can make this happen. And matter of fact, I will make this happen. So many people I talk to and I say, what are some of your goals? And I hear people all the time say, I want to be successful, or I want to own a business, or I want to go to school. One is not good enough, guys. I'm here to tell you that you haven't made a decision yet. And until you say, I will, I must, I can go to school, I will, I must, I can start a business, is when your life will start to change. Why? Because now you believe it. And the more you believe it, guess what? The more other people will believe it. The more you will attract those people to you. Now, this is what happens. You have to be careful who you attract, because you will attract negative, you will attract bad. Because when you do good, people want to see bad happen to you. People will do whatever they can, sneaky and behind your back, to the point that it will bring you down. But don't let it keep you down. Bring yourself back up and realize that that's not your herd. Those aren't your people. And when you figure that out is the moment that you will start to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. See, I come from a place where there's nothing but negativity. There's nothing but hardships. Everybody's broke, living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to make ends meet. I had to change up my zip code. I had to get educated. I'm a 9th grade dropout. Convinced to drop out in 9th grade. But that's no excuse to why I don't move forward. That's no excuse to why I don't go out there and make it happen. So I went and got my GED. My last job I had, I worked at the Pentagon. I did that renovation for 10 years. Made excellent money, $120,000 to $140,000 a year. And then I decided to start my business because I was maxed out and I seen myself doing the same thing, expecting a different result. If you want a different result, you have to do something different. But to do something different is hard. Why? Because you never did it before. So sometimes because you never did it before, there is lessons to learn there that you haven't learned before. It's not failure. I used to think it was failure, but that's a negative word. It's not failure. It's just that you never did it before. So do you really expect to be successful the first time around? No, that's not going to happen. Why? Because you have to learn the lessons. And especially if you're like me, you didn't have access to a mentor. You didn't have a father figure. You didn't have people in your family that owns business, that's successful in business. You don't have nobody to ask or to walk you step by step, right? So therefore, you have to get to a point where you hire a mentor or a coach, somebody that is actually doing it, somebody that has actually had some success. Now listen, even as you're successful, you will still get in positions in your life where you may fail. But don't look at it as failure. Look at it as a life lesson that is necessary to get you to that next level. And the more lessons you learn in life, the more knowledge you get. And the more knowledge you get, guess what? That won't happen again because you've already learned that lesson. Unless you go back and do the same thing expecting a different result. But as long as you get back to the drawing board, as long as you get back to the whiteboard and you come up with a plan of execution to come back and do it right the next time, right? And look, there may be times where you fail 2 or 3 times. Don't look at it as failure, guys. Look at it as the steps necessary to get to success. For example, before I became a licensed contractor, I failed the MHIC test 5 times. Did I quit? No. Even after the 5th time, they told me I had to wait a year before I could take the test again. Guess what? I finally took it serious. I started studying, I hit the books, and then when I came back on that 6th time, I passed. And I didn't pass by much. I got like a 74, which is average. But all you need is a 72 to pass. Sometimes we all want to be perfect in what we do, but you can't focus on being perfect because there's no such thing. If you say you're a professionalist, guess what? You're lying to yourself because you cannot be perfect. Things are always changing. Life is always changing. The environment's always changing. But I'm here to tell you, if you can adapt to change, because this is the thing, the world is changing with or without you. That is a fact. That is something that I realized over time, that regardless if you desire to change or not, the world is changing with or without you. So why not change with it? Because you have to adapt to survive. If you don't adapt to survive, then guess what? You can't thrive. But if you adapt to to the change, then you will thrive in life. Why? Because you're open, you're teachable, you have a positive mindset, you're not thinking negative. And look, if you guys are negative, I'm here to tell you that all you have to do is cut out the news, cut out the social media, unless you're following people on social media that is positive and inspirational. But if you're just going through your feed and you're seeing all this negative stuff in this country and that country, or you see, people abusing the dogs, all these crazy videos that's out there, that's the wrong stuff to put in your mind. But also, you have to get to the point where you read. The more you read, the more you feed this brain of yours, is the more that you can start that process of change. But you have to eliminate all the noise, all the distractions. TV is a distraction. Xbox is a distraction. Sex is a distraction. There's so many distractions out there. If you're in a situation where you don't have money, where you're broke, it's time to get busy now. It's time to eliminate all the noise, all the distractions. That stuff is going to be there regardless, right? You have to be able to sacrifice certain things to get to the next level. Now, look, I'm not telling you not to have a life. I've had a life, and I've been able to take chances and risks in my life. I started my first business when I was 23 years old. Always been an entrepreneur. Now, I wasn't always the entrepreneur in the right way, but I transitioned that. I educated myself. I learned the process. I had to learn everything: marketing, advertising, bookkeeping, accounting, project management, skills. I'm very skilled, guys. I'm a framer, electrician, a plumber, HVAC technician, trim guy, deck guy, sunroom guy. I live off the land, agricultural. I plant my own garden. Oh, that's another thing I want to touch on, guys. For those of you complaining about food, the prices and all that, look, even if you live in a row house, even if you live in the city, I guarantee you can find some land where you can plant garden. Be that change. Be that person that does something different. All you have to do is educate yourself. Get a book. There's books for dummies, right? Gardening for dummies. Or reach out to me. I can teach you. It's really not that complicated, guys. You plant the seed, and every day you have to feed it. You have to water it. You have to speak to it. You have to give it the proper sunlight. And most importantly is when you get to the point where you're like, nothing is happening, you can't walk away. That's when you have to keep going, because the more you keep going, the more you keep watering it, the more you keep giving it sunlight. Guess what? Eventually that seed is going to sprout, and it's going to come through the ground, and it's going to be the most incredible feeling ever. Why? Because you actually committed to something. You actually stayed consistent. You discipline yourself to get up at 5 o'clock to water it by 6, because you don't want it to burn up. You don't want to water it at 10 or 11. It's too hot. You want to water it early in the morning or late in the evening. And most importantly, guys, is it takes time. Most of the time for any plant to develop, it takes anywhere from 12 to 16 weeks before you start to see some things happen. And then once it starts to happen, it will start to get bigger and bigger. And then one day you will go there and you will harvest. You will get tomatoes. You will get cucumbers. You will get orange, whatever it is you're planting. But it's the most incredible feeling. And it teaches you a lot about discipline and consistency. So for those of you complaining about food, start planting your own garden, guys, because I'm here to tell you it's an incredible feeling when you walk out back and you're able to put your own salad together. That is the true definition of organic. I'm here to tell you, if that tomato is beautiful, if that cucumber is beautiful, it's not organic. It's organic when you take the seed, you put it in the ground, and you take care of it for months. That's organic, guys. And then you don't have to worry about food. You can have some chickens to develop some eggs. You can have a lot of different things that you like, guys. But most importantly, you learn how to live off the land. And when you learn how to live off the land, this is a powerful thing. And don't make excuses about you don't have no land. You don't need land. You can see land. You have to have a little yard. Matter of fact, if you don't have a little yard, guess what? You can go to Home Depot and get some buckets, right? And if you don't have money to buy buckets, then you can talk to a contractor and say, hey, when you get some buckets, please let me have them instead of throwing them away. And you can literally grow a tomato plant in a bucket. You can grow a cucumber plant in a bucket. You can grow anything in that bucket. There's no excuses, guys. We have got to stop making excuses, and we have got to start coming up with solutions that allows us to thrive. This is a new day and time. And it's kind of exciting because I did a lot of research. And in the 70s, I've seen a lot of people living off the land, a lot of people. And I believe it's going to go back to that, because what do you do if the food market shuts down, if the transportation market shuts down? Now, it may not ever shut down. But look, if you stay ready, you never have to get ready. And that's the thing, guys. Some of us aren't ready when bad things happen to us. You have to have a plan B. You have to have a plan C. And you have to be in a position where you can get up out of it. Now, I understand you might be in a distressed situation for months, maybe 6 months, maybe a year. But as long as you're consistent, as long as you keep pushing, I'm here to tell you that eventually you will come up out of that hardship. It doesn't last forever. I've gone through so many hardships in my life. I've been through so much pain in my life. And I'm here to tell you, when it's gone, it's gone. It doesn't exist no more to me. Matter of fact, yesterday doesn't exist to me. It's done. Last week doesn't exist to me. It's gone. Last month, last year, it's gone. It's history. I'm focusing on the future. I'm focusing on how I can make sure every generation after me is blessed and unstoppable. How do you do that? You educate them on how to get their mind right, how to get their body right, and to develop skills that people need where you become of value. There's a lot of different skills out there, guys. Lawyers have skills. Doctors have skills. Contractors have skills. Nurses have skills. Art people have skills. You got to figure it out. You got to find out what interests you and go after it. There has to be something. You have to define your dots. You draw a big circle, put the dot in the middle, and break it down until you figure it out, guys, because there is no excuses. The only excuse is the ones that you're creating. Look, for example, there's a lot of people that tell me, Ken, how do you do motocross? How do you skydive? How do you snowboard? You know how bad you could get hurt? And look, this is the thing. I'm not one of those persons to start creating illusions in my mind, because fear does not exist to me. Do I feel it? Yes, but it's not present. It's created here. Now, once I snowboard and I break my leg, that's a different story, but I'm different. I'm wired different. Even when I break my leg, I will still snowboard. Why? Because it's fixable. That's why we have doctors that have skills. And the medicine nowadays and the surgery procedures, etc., is absolutely incredible. I've had a handful of surgeries and I done broke dozens of bones in my career. 38 years old, guys, and I've literally done it all, from motocross, snowboarding, skydiving, traveling to different countries, partying. I did all that, man. Anything that you can think of, I have done. And if I haven't done it, I will do it if it interests me, because I'm not afraid to lose. I'm not afraid to fail, because it's not losing. It's not failure. It's the process that is needed to get you to success. You hear what I said? Do you hear me? It is the process to get you to success. You must experience those things in order to develop the knowledge necessary to gain success, especially if you've never done it before. It's okay, guys. Please, if you don't get anything from this live, I want you to believe in yourself. Look in the mirror every day, whether your husband or your wife or your kids or anybody around you believes in you. Because what I realize, guys, is this. Most of our families don't believe in us because they've already seen us fail. Same thing with your friends. Everything is good when you're successful. Everything is good when you're on top. But the moment that you fail, these people lose belief in you. Instead of saying, hey, Ken, it's okay. You're going to bounce back. You're going to thrive again. I've seen you thrive. You can do it again. Don't worry about it. Brush it off and get back to it and make it happen. No, they run from you. They want to get away from you as much as they can. Why? Because they've seen you fail. It's those strangers that you've never met before that you attract to you because they know. And successful people, guys, what I realize is this. It's the people with the poverty mindset, the loser mentality. I don't want to say loser because that's mean. Uneducated mentality. You know, they're surrounded by a bunch of negativity. It's their fault, but it's not their fault, because sometimes you become a product of your environment. I was a product of my environment years ago. You know, back in the day when I was selling drugs, had cornrows, gold teeth, had baggy jeans on the block, all that. That wasn't cool, man. but I was a product of my environment, but I decided to change. I decided to change up my zip code, and the moment I changed my zip code is the moment that my life started to change. Same thing with my business. I remember only working in Baltimore City. And every time I work in Baltimore City, in most cases, I lose. But when you go out to the county like Towson, Bethesda, Annapolis, Eastern Shore, Baltimore County, Harford County, Fallston, Fells Point, all of these areas, guess what? These people are educated. These people will value you more, and most likely they're willing to pay the price for your service because you have a skill that they do not have. And it's hard to find people that have the mindset. See, one of the things I learned in construction is this. Most contractors have a terrible mindset. They're chasing money. And that's the reason why they can't successfully complete that kitchen or that bathroom, because they're chasing money. And because of that, they don't understand the value of pushing to the finish line. And when you push to the finish line is where the reward is actually given. Even if you don't make any money, guess what will happen? That person will refer you to their friends, their family, and they will refer you to like-minded people. And when you become a referral-based business is the moment that you really start to thrive. Why? Because you don't have to develop new relationships. You've already developed a relationship with that person that referred you. And from there, you will be able to have a successful project. Look, guys, I need you to repeat after me. I will, I must, and I can. Say it like you mean it now. I will, I must, and I can. I will because there are no other options. I can because I'm physically able and I'm ready to go. I'm ready for change. I'm ready to make it happen. And I must because my family and the next generation is dependent on me. Look, my goal has always been to make sure the next generation after me is successful, to where they never have to worry about money. They never have to worry about the rent. The only thing they have to worry about is trying new things. And I explain to my kids each and every day that, look, it doesn't matter if you're not successful the first time around. It's because you've never done it. But keep at it, keep doing it, as long as it interests you. Now, if it doesn't interest you, then stop it. But as long as it interests you, you have to keep going until you become successful. Look, guys, I hope you guys have a blessed rest of the week. I hope this live has inspired you. If it has, please like, love, comment, and share this, because my goal is to help the world understand that you are awesome. You are creative. You are incredible. And most importantly, you are capable. It's time to get busy now. Until next time, remember, life is great. Don't be scared. Have a great day, everyone.